How are you? I hope you're good. How's your weekend started already? I hope it's doing great. Welcome from wherever you're watching me from all over the world. Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and today we want to look at a subject which is habits of billionaires that you must learn in 2021 if you want to be rich. Today this is a series. So what I will do today, I will focus on relational habits. Can everybody type relational habits? Okay. Everybody come on, type relational habits. So I'll focus on relational habits of billionaires today. And then of course, hopefully maybe tomorrow we move on from there. But this is a series. It's going to take us a couple of days before we are done with this series. But I want you to take this series very seriously. I want you to don't miss this for anything in the world. I want you, anytime you come, you share this video at least 10, 20 times. Invite all your friends. Because if your friends too can pick up this habit, right, it goes a whole long way in helping you. Remember, where I come from, they say, Olowo kan láàrin òtòṣì, méjì òtòṣì ni. In other words, if you are one rich man in the midst of poor people, you're also poor, right? If everybody around you is poor and you're the only one who is rich, you're still poor because they're all going to burden you with their problems. And you'll be so busy solving all their problems that you will end up losing the little money that you have. You waste all. So very important. Also, as you're joining me, tell me your name and the city that you're joining me from, okay? Your name and your city as you're joining, your name and your city. And I promise you we're going to have a wonderful time today. A wonderful time. It's going to be great. Can somebody type, it's going to be great. I'm fired up. I'm super excited about this series. Like I said, it's going to take a couple of days before we're done. Today alone, we'll focus on relational habits of billionaires. But the general theme of this particular series that I'm starting is habits of billionaires that you must learn this year, 2021, if you want to be rich. So let me start by letting you know the habits, okay, defines, okay, your life. Your habits, okay, determines your decision. And your decision determines how successful you're going to be, right? Your habits determines your decisions. Your decisions determine, the destiny of your life. How successful, how much you're a failure or you're a winner is a function of your habits. For example, you cannot be rich having a wasteful habit. It doesn't happen anywhere. Kenny from Ibadan, good to see you. Buki from UK, how are you? Good to see you. God bless you all. Thank you all for joining. Remember to share this video at least 10, 20 times. Abraham White from Lagos, love you all. Thank you for joining and thank you for sharing this video. Okay, so stop being angry about your financial status. You are as rich as your habit. You are as poor as your habit. Your habit determines destiny. Your habit determines your life. You cannot be rich having a wasteful habit, right? You waste money all the time. You make money, you waste it, and then you're hungry when you see some other people who are having certain lifestyle. We don't know how they got their money. You too, how did you manage your own little money? So habits, there are certain habits that we practice. For example, you practice the habits of always moving, okay, with people who are worse. For example, some people, because of low self-esteem, your best friend are always people who are worse than you are. You never move with people who are better than you or who are even at your level. You always love to, so that you can shine, you can be like the best amongst, blind people. It's a habit and you have to stop it. Because if you're always the brightest in the midst of everybody that is your friend, something is wrong, bro. Something is wrong. You are the brightest in the midst of all your friends. You are the best. Something is wrong. You need to change that network. You need to. Years ago, I remember, I used to live in a suburb in Nigeria, like outskirts of Lagos State. And I remember God started blessing me. I started traveling outside the country. And to my surprise, I would just return. Even Okada men will be telling my wife, your husband don't return, no, don't come back. And it began to look as if amongst everybody there, we're the ones who travel often. And in fact, I had to tell my wife, it's time to leave this neighborhood. It's time to leave this neighborhood. We cannot begin to look as if we're the richest. No, it's time to go to another place where whatever we have means nothing. And we moved to a new place. I remember the first day I moved there, I woke up in the morning, I check, because it was a story building, I checked my neighbor's compound to the right, the type of car that I saw, the least car, okay, was better than my only car then. The least car. In fact, the car the guy was using, my neighbor to the right, used to play around, right, is like almost 10 times in terms of value than my only best car. I moved to the left. Same thing. I say, yes, we have gotten to the right environment. Now we will hustle. We work hard, okay, to climb up. And that was exactly what happened. And again, I'm changing, location. I'm moving to Banana Island. Again, same process. Because if you are the best in your neighborhood, something is wrong. Are you getting value? If you're getting value, type, I'm getting value, I'm getting value. Remember, share this video at least 10 times, okay? On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Invite your friends if you truly love them. This is how we will know you love your friends. Share. On your right hand side, you see Facebook party icon. Click on it and start inviting all your friends. Habits of billionaires. That's what we're discussing. So it's important to understand, okay, that today we're looking at the relational aspect of the habits of billionaires. They are relational habits, okay? When we say relational habits, who are those billionaires like to be friends with? Okay, how do they choose their friends? What makes them to pick somebody as a friend? How can you attract a billionaire as a friend? That's the session we're going to be looking at today. Remember, this is a series. Every day we look at another aspect. So don't miss this tomorrow and next tomorrow. And don't miss it for anything in the world. But do me a favor, share this video. If you can share it 20 times. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, everywhere. But if you're getting value, let me know. I want to know how I'm changing your life. If I'm impacting you, if you are learning, I want to know. So please, if you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm getting value. And if you're ready for number 1, relational habit of billionaires, type I'm ready. If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready, number 1, relational habits of billionaires, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 1, okay? Billionaires only pick mutually beneficial relationship. Billionaires only go for mutually beneficial relationship. Everybody type it. Billionaires only go for mutually beneficial relationship. Years ago, I used to feel that all these rich people, okay, I used to feel that they are proud. I don't know how many of you used to feel like that. How many of you used to feel rich people are proud? If you think that way, can you type I think that way? How many of you used to feel like rich people, wealthy people, they're just proud people, arrogant people. You can't be their friends. Okay? Now, over time, in recent time, I'm shocked at the level of humility that wealthy people have. In fact, today, I can tell you that rich people are more humble than poor people. I'm not kidding you. Today, I can tell you, you may disagree with me, but I'm speaking from my own experience. Today, I can tell you that rich people, very wealthy billionaires, are way less judgmental, less racist than poor people. You need to go to America. Who are the biggest racists? African Americans. I travel a lot in America, and I have faced worse racism from African Americans than I've even faced from rich white people. And I mean it. So what I realized, it took me a while to realize this. It took me a while. I realized that billionaires only go for mutually beneficial relationship. Right? Like, so I used to feel they don't want to be my friend. They don't want to do. Today, big people, they just reach out to me. Hello, I got your number from so-so. And I'm like, this is somebody I've been looking for. And the person is so humble enough to be the one to reach out. You know why they are reaching out? Mutually beneficial. Now they have something that they think I can add to them. And of course, they have something to add to me. Oh, you don't need to ask that question. They definitely have something to add. Okay, are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning, I'm learning. I mean, these are revelations. The recent years of my life, you know, has been really amazing. I've been shocked. Okay, I've been very, very shocked. Like, I'm like, really? I didn't know this about people, about all these wealthy people. I just used to have this mindset. So billionaires only become friends with mutually beneficial people. What can you also add? Yes, I'm a rich man, but how can you also add value to my life? How useful are you to me? And I think it makes sense because that's how they became rich. If they have always been friends with people who are not adding value to them, how would they have been that wealthy? Many of us, that's part of our problem. All your friends, the people you call friends, they have not added any value to you. There's no way they have touched your life in any way. There are always people who have nothing to contribute. In fact, they are the ones who always say bad things about you, and you people will now turn it to competition. And sometimes I'm like, what's going on here? Who are your friends? How much value are they adding to your life? Okay? You must go for mutually beneficial relationship. Everybody, can you type win-win relationship? Everybody, come on, type win-win relationship. I also want you to type quality people only. Okay? QPO. Quality people only. Everybody, type it. I want to type it. Win-win relationship. That's the first thing to type. The second thing I want you to type is quality people only. Type it right now. Everybody, type it on the comment box. Because this is where we miss it. You must make sure that the closest people to you are people that you are both mutually adding value to your lives. Quality people only. Mutually beneficial people. They can't add value, no wahala, move on. Move on. But you have to be somebody that you win, I win. You make progress, I make progress. But all this one of, help me now, save me now, change my life now. If you don't help me, I go die. Me too, I get problem. While I know they finish. That's what they say where I come from. While I know they finish, right? So everybody has an issue. So you just have to take it serious to say, anytime I want to go into a relationship, I must add value to the person. Two stories I'm going to share with you guys here. One is that of Daddy Gio. I don't know if you know Daddy Gio. If you know Daddy Gio, type I know him. If you don't know him, type I don't know him. If you know Daddy Gio, type I know him. If you don't know him, type I don't know him. Remember, share this video 10 times. Come on, guys, I'm waiting. Share. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Share. Okay? Everybody, I'm waiting. Share. Okay? 10 times, 50 times, just keep sharing. Get everybody in here. The first story is Daddy Gio story. One day, Daddy Gio was preaching redemption camp, and he said, my son died last month or something like that. And then, the interpreter kept quiet. So Daddy Gio had to repeat it again. I said, my son died. Baba wa nolu aso pe omo won ku. You know, he was saying it almost with fear. Like, I can imagine the guy is wondering which of daddy's son, what's going on, what kind of statement is this? And Gio kept on. I said, this, my son, is so dear to me. It's so dear to me. He said, every time I'm in the UK, he comes around, handle my laundry, plan my itinerary. Thank you, Mazi. Mazi has shared this video 20 times. God will honor you, Mazi. Okay, this year, God will announce you and promote you. Thank you for doing that. That's a win-win relationship right there. That's how to do win-win. Because I'm teaching him something of value for free. And he felt, okay, how can I add value too? Let me also share the video 20 times. The man said 10, I'll do 20. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you. I appreciate that. So, and you know, that Gio said, this my son, anytime I'm in the UK, he handles my laundry, my food, my itinerary, and all of that. He said the last time I was with my son, he was at the hospital bed. And you know, I went to pray for him, and I told him, and he said, Daddy, okay, I'll get my friend to come and help you handle your itinerary. He said, Daddy said, I just told him, my son, I just want you to be well. I'm going to be fine. Don't worry about my itinerary. I just want you, my son, to be well. You know, and he went on with that story. But this is the lesson I want to pick out. How many of you could believe that Daddy Gio will need somebody, okay, to handle his laundry, to handle his itinerary, to handle his food in London? Daddy Gio. How many of you can believe that? And this is where people miss it, right? Because you just sit down somewhere and say, rich man has all everything, he doesn't have any problem. Now me get problem. That's a selfish way of looking at life. I'm the only one that has problem. All these rich people, they don't have problem. I'm the only one that's a selfish person right there. Because it's all about you. It's all about, and instead of you saying, hey, no, it's not true. It's not true. I was shocked when I was, do you believe that the Gio, the pastor of the largest, church, in Nigeria, can be in London, and then somebody was so instrumental to handling his itinerary at his level? Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type, I'm learning. I'm learning. Every rich man has a problem. Every rich man has a need. And God has structured life in a way that in many cases, okay, in many cases, the solution to some of the challenges of a rich man is in the hand of the poor man. And the solution of the poor man is in the hand of the rich man. God, okay, God has structured it that way. God has structured it that way. I'm telling you facts here. That a lot of times, if you look well, just that a lot of time, everybody is busy about their own personal needs and not bothering. Okay? The solutions, okay, of the rich man, in some cases, is in the hand of the poor man. Because some of his challenges is not money related. Okay? Same thing, the solution of the poor man is in the hand of the rich man, because of course most of 80% of a poor man's problem is money related. So it's a powerful principle, mutually beneficial relationship. So anytime you're trying to be a friend of a rich man, ask yourself, what could be the problem of this man? What could be the challenge? How can I help this person? Second story, I was in an elevator, I was in an hotel, and the Minister for Transportation in Nigeria were taking the same elevator. He was already in the elevator by the time I, entered. And I just greeted him, he greeted me. And you could see him almost thinking I was going to, of course, the normal, African, pattern, where you are going to start disturbing the man with, Oga, thank God I meet you, help me here. And he was shocked that till he got to where he was going, he didn't hear any word from me. In fact, while he was leaving the elevator, he had to greet me again. And it was quite polite. Now, is it that I didn't want to ask him for something? No. while I was, between the few seconds I was in that elevator, there's something called elevator speech. I kept asking myself, I know what I need from any minister for transportation. Trust me, I have something I need. Okay? That is a sure fact. But I kept thinking, what could this man need? And I could not come up with any, and I decided not to ask him for anything. And these are the attitude. These are habits of billionaires. These are habits. And billionaires do the same. If a billionaire meets another billionaire, he's not asking for, help me, do this for me. He's always thinking, how can I solve this man's problem? He may know what he needs from the guy. But the first thing he's thinking is, because it's a nature, right? So the first thing he's thinking is, yeah, I need this from this guy. But what can I also add to the guy's life, right? That will make it make sense. So that our relationship then makes sense. And this is one of the powerful things. That's why when you see billionaires, I don't know if you notice, billionaires are always friends with people they do deals with. Like when you ask an average billionaire and he shows you 5 of his closest friends, they have 5 deals together. If you agree with me, type I agree. And I'm not kidding you. Like an average billionaire that you say, okay, and he comes out and say, this is my friend, right? You go check it out. Ask him and that guy, that they are friends. They have business deals. There's something they are both doing together. All my closest friends today, there is business transaction that link both of us. In fact, the business transaction is why we got closer and stronger and better. It's just how it works. Look at in Africa, for some of you who are from Nigeria, if you are from Nigeria, type Nigeria. Come on, guys, talk to me. $10 and Dangote literally used to always be in the newspaper to have misunderstanding years ago. I'm not sure if you used to remember then. Today now, they call themselves best of friends. Go and do your research. There's business transaction between the two of them. I can tell you authoritatively, there's no story out there. $10 recently sold his stocks in 40 oil, right? And cashed out billions, I think $1 billion. I don't know it for a fact. I've never read it anywhere. But I will not be surprised if $10 put a good chunk of that $1 billion in Dangote refinery. I will not be surprised. That is how billionaires relate. Is business. And you go check poor people, right? Many times you see a poor man and they say, meet my best friend. They have no business dealings. There's no money real business exchanging. The only thing that may exchange and they borrow money from each other. Again, if you agree with me, type I agree. Poor people, closest friends, no business transaction. If you agree, in fact, one of the ways you know why poor people remain poor, many of those poor people have business dealings with. They are not best friends with them. You go check it. They are not best friends with them. Many of those who are responsible for helping most poor people to at least sustain themselves, they are not best friends with them. You go check it. Some of you who are in diaspora, who send money home to your relatives, go check it. Many of those relatives, because of low self-esteem, they are not your best friend. They only call you when they need money from you. If you agree, type I agree. Go check it. They only remember that you exist when they need money. The people you send money to every month, right? They are not your best friend. In many cases, I'm not saying in all cases, but in many cases, they're not your best friend. When they need money, when they call you, you will just be waiting till they now start asking the question about the money part. They may perambulate, right? They perambulate. But at the end of the day, you know where the conversation ends. My brother, thank God for your life. This thing happened. Can you help me? They are not really like friends who genuinely care about you, who genuinely will call you and have conversations and watch your back and all of that. No, it's just, they only care about what you are doing for them, the interest of their own interests that you're able to fulfill. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type I'm learning. So when you realize this, and this is powerful principle, habits of billionaires. Billionaires are only friends with mutually beneficial people. Once you can add value to them, they can be your friends because they will also add value to you. So I was with this minister for transportation. I didn't ask him for anything because I looked at it. I have what I need from the man. Trust me. But there was nothing I could add that I could add to him. I thought of it and I didn't ask him anything. Because it doesn't make sense. Why go and meet a minister for transportation and then you start putting all your problem on his hand? And I remember one of the aides to Professor Shibaju. I'm from Nigeria, right? Professor Shibaju is our vice president. One of the aides to the vice president in our church, what one day was, they were doing like a discussion in our church. And she was almost crying, saying, I'm sad. I'm sad. Since my boss has become the vice president, everybody who call him, they are always asking for one favor or the other. We hardly have people call my boss to tell him they have a solution to the challenges of Nigeria. We hardly find people call my boss for the sake of having something to add. It's always about their needs, their problems, how they need him to help them. And that this is part of the reason why Nigeria is not progressing. And I agree with her. Because we are mutually part of the problem of our countries. And I believe this is also the same for most other parts of Africa. Once your relative become a minister, a president, a governor, everybody in your family feel that that's the time to extort the government. It's not their time for national cake. Nobody is saying now that our brother, our auntie, is a minister, a commissioner, a governor. How do we help our auntie to change the country so that she's remembered for good? He's remembered for the impact he or she has generation. Everybody's just bothered about, hey, help me, my needs. This is why billionaires always surround themselves with people who are also adding value to them. That's why they remain billionaires, because everybody around them is also adding something. They are adding something, those people too are adding something. So from today, I want everybody to type here, 2021. I will only go for win-win relationship. Everybody type it. Type. Everybody type it here. 2021, I will only go for win-win relationship. I want you to all type it. Remember, share this video 20 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp. A gentleman just shared 25 times. God bless you. God will honor you. I'm grateful for all of you who are sharing. We need to let this information go. We are changing lives because wealth is a function of your mind. You can only be as rich as your mind. You are poor because you've not empowered your mind. It's the mind game. Wealth is always a function of the mind. So everybody, I want you to make a vow. Type it right now. 2021, I will only go for win-win relationship. Everybody type it. 2021, I will only go for a win-win relationship. Only relationship that we're mutually adding value to each other. I'm not going to go for a relationship where I'm not adding value. The other person is not adding value. The other person is a parasite, extorting from me, only wanting me to give. They are not giving anything. No way. I will go for a relationship where I'm adding value to my friends. My friends are adding value to me. I'm changing the life of my friends. My friends are changing. We are mutually helping each other. That is the kind of relationship you want to do. Okay, now how many of you are enjoying this? Guys, if you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying. So are you ready for number 2? Remember, like I said, today we're looking at habits of billionaires. And I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most sought after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. Share this video 10 times, 20 times. Okay, if it's adding value to you, share. On your right hand side, you see Facebook party icon. Click on it, invite all your friends, get everybody in here. Tell them to come. Are you ready for number 2? So this is a series, and today is part 1 of this series. Okay, and today we are focusing on relational habits of billionaire. The first relational habit of billionaire is that they only go for mutually beneficial relationships. They don't make friends with people who will not add something to them also. Now, funny enough, billionaires give to people who are not their friends. They help people who are not their friends. But they are only friends with people who are also adding value to them. That's the secret. Oluwagbenga Francis, God will honor you. Thank you for sharing this 50 times. Can you imagine? I have good people here. God bless you. Number 2, let's go. Okay? Number 2, if you're ready, number 2, tap I'm ready, I'm ready. Billionaires only make friends with result-oriented people. Billionaires only make friends with result-oriented people. Can everybody help me type that? Number 2, okay, habits of billionaires. They only make friends with result-oriented people. Let me say this. Excuse is luxury that billionaires cannot afford. Excuse is luxury that billionaires cannot afford. I cannot afford people who always give excuses. Excuse for why they are poor, excuse for why they fail, excuse for why they can't do this, excuse for why they can't do that. I can't afford it. Now, let me tell you why billionaires only keep friends that are result-oriented. Jealousy. Can everybody type jealousy? Adebisi, thank you for sharing this 35 times. God will honor you. I appreciate that. Okay, can everybody type jealousy? Jealousy is the reason. When you start, and this is how many people have killed themselves. Let me give you a story of one of my friends. A true story. He is based in America and, doing very well. He decided to visit the village. And God has blessed him. He's doing very well. And decided to give all his uncle relatives, money. And one of the uncle, he gave him a lot of money, maybe 50,000. I can't remember the exact amount. And some time later, he started suffering from a particular, I think maybe it was his leg. The leg started swelling up. From the story I heard, the leg started swelling up. Thank God the mother was alive. She went to other people who could investigate what is wrong with her son. Why is her son? Her son returned from the village and suddenly is ill. And true story, when they did whatever, they discovered that one of the uncles he gave money to decided to do a diabolic stuff with the money. And when they visited the uncle and said, what happened? Why did you decide to hurt my son? You know what the uncle said? He said, your son insulted me by giving me, bad notes. In other words, that the money was not new currency. I'm not kidding you. That was the reason why this uncle hurt his nephew. That he did not give him a brand new note. That he insulted him, came to give him money, and the money wasn't brand new notes. So you need to understand that many of you have created situations in your life. You were the one that gave yourself the problem you're facing. Some people got their challenges when they did heavy party, wedding, burials. And that's how some witches and wizards started hurting them. You know why? Because you were dealing with people who were not result-oriented. I don't keep people around my life who are not result-oriented because I will keep moving forward. And because you're not moving forward, you'll be jealous. Haven't you heard people even claim that the billionaire that is helping them is the one that they are using the star? Did you notice what happened when Bill Gates? Okay, even though I disagree with Bill Gates, but with the word, because we're African people and we're spiritual people, I believe words are powerful. And we believe that Bill Gates shouldn't have said dead bodies will be lying on the street in Africa. I do not agree with Bill Gates on that statement. However, I will clearly tell you that it was so bad for anybody to say Bill Gates was the Antichrist. Bill Gates was after, it didn't make sense. But that's what happens. When Bill Gates started spending all his money in Africa, right? He didn't know how Africans think. Right now, I have some Africans who think that Bill Gates must have been using the destiny of Africa to remain rich. I'm telling you, so many of you keep people around you that are soon going to be your biggest problem. I tell people sometimes, they say, sir, all these billionaires, are you sure they're not using somebody's blood? And I was like, okay, are they not using somebody's star? I said, the star, your star that you carry, that didn't make you rich. That's the star you think somebody will use. Everybody is not diabolical. Even those people you think are whatever, still have to do business. Still have to have some small brain to be able to grow their business. So all this mindset where you think that people become rich just only by doing one money ritual, I don't know where you guys pick it from. I don't know where those things come from. Billionaires only keep friends that are result-oriented. You are going somewhere, I'm going somewhere, let's go together. Because if I keep you around me and you are not making progress, one day you come back and say, you know, I'm always walking around him. He's using my star. He's using everybody around me is making progress. The one that are not making progress, go and ask anybody that has close access to Siri. They will tell you, you are not making progress. I will call you, Oga. Oga, wait. Is either you move fast. I'm not talking of people working for me. They literally are, but I will tell them, if you are not going to find a way to make progress in your life, I can't be your friend. We can't be together. We can't be friends. Because if I continue to associate with you, jealousy will come in, low self-esteem will come in. The day I say, oh, let's go, you know, take a ride. Let's go for holiday. Let's go to Burj Khalifa. Let's travel on vacation to Dubai. Let's do this. You start feeling, you know. So I don't want that. I want people who are result-oriented. I want friends who are making progress. I want friends who are not intimidated by my success because they are also making progress. They're also successful. So a lot of time, when you see successful people, right, rich people, only keeping friends with other rich people, you think they are, and these are some of the shocking things I've realized recently. You will think they are proud. You will think they don't want to mix with other people. It's not true. Success can be intimidating. Can everybody help me type that? Everybody, come on, type it. Come on, guys. Are you enjoying this? If you're enjoying this, type, I'm enjoying this. My mind is changing. My life is changing. And come on, guys, talk to me. Right? Type, my life is changing. My eye is opening. I'm learning. Powerful. Right? Powerful training today. So, result-oriented people. You know, you always hear this story. Olowo nṣọ̀rẹ́ olówó, òtòṣì nṣọ̀rẹ́ òtòṣì, òye mẹ́mẹ́ lọ́rẹ́ tèmi. Ajẹun sun ẹkùn, kò rí ṣojú ajá. If you are Yoruba, you know this, and you are of the old school, right? But basically, that song says that the rich is always friend of the rich. And the reason why they are friends is because, let me tell you, there's nothing else. Success is intimidating. It's, no matter how somebody is trying to play humility, right? The day you enter Rolls Royce, and it's his own Rolls Royce, you calm down, you gentle. You may not talk all through the entire drive. He will even be asking you to speak now. You just be thinking, hey, see my life. Chineke mo. Hey, egole. Because you're just thinking, like, how much is this car? See my life. That's why successful people only keep friendship, relationship with other upwardly mobile people, result-oriented people, other people also making progress. Okay, again, if you're enjoying this type, I'm enjoying this. Remember to share this video at least 20 times, okay? On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. I'm Dr. Stephen Akinta, Africa's most sought-after investment coach, serial entrepreneur. And today I'm sharing habits of billionaires. And today we're looking at the relational habits of billionaires. The first relational habit is that billionaires only do win-win relationship. Okay? If there is no mutual benefits, they are not interested. Number two, billionaires only go for result-oriented friendship and relationship. They only keep friends with people who are making progress. They only keep friends with people who are moving forward. Not people who are complainers, victim mentality people. People who are always practicing victim mentality. See my life. You don't understand. You won't get it. Things are difficult. The world is wicked. The world is... You are not the only one. Some of you is the devil. The devil is busy. There are over 8 billion, almost 8 billion people in this world. Over almost 8 billion people in this world. The devil is busy. Okay, now only you devil hate. Out of how many billion people? You know, it's the devil. It's the devil. Bros, devil is busy. He's not omnipotent. He's not omniscience. Only God is omniscience. Only God can be in, you know, in the same place, in multiple places at the same time. The devil can't. Silver Gold says, I've shared 30 times. God will honor you, Silver Gold. This year, God will announce you. Thank you for sharing. That's a mutually beneficial relationship. That's a win-win relationship. That's a result-oriented relationship. Thank you, Silver, for sharing. I've told a lot of you, share this video 20 times. Many of you are not sharing. Right? You are not a win-win relationship. Because I'm teaching you what I know for free, educating you all I know for free, and you ain't doing the same to say, hey, okay, the least I could do is to share. Okay, so share this video. All of you who are shared, thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you. So number 2, billionaires only deal with result-oriented. Are you ready for number 3? If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, guys, talk to me. If you're ready for number 3, today we're looking at habits of billionaires. Habits defines decision. Decision, okay, determine destiny. Let me say that again. Habits define decision, determines decision. Habits determine decision. Decision determine destiny. The decisions you are making determines your destiny. And it's just the reality. So the devil is not your problem. Okay? You are just not keeping relationship with people who are making progress. So start keeping relationship with people who are result-oriented. When I say result-oriented, people who have vision, they have mission, they have projects, they have something they are doing with their life. They have something they are doing with their life. Not people who are doing nothing, thinking nothing. You want result-oriented friends. If you're ready for number 3, type, I'm ready. Number 3, okay, billionaires move with visionary people. Can everybody type visionary people? Billionaire move with visionary people. Let me say this again. In my entire life, I'm yet to meet a billionaire that's a gossiper. Let me repeat it again. And I'm not talking of corrupt politicians who stole money. I don't consider those ones rich people. I don't care how much you have. As long as you're a politician and you stole money, you are not rich. You only stack cash somewhere. So whenever I teach on this platform, I'm talking about people who worked hard, who did business and made money. And I'm not, because one of the challenges we face in Africa is that our politicians have changed our mindset and redefined what it means to be rich. An average, mindset of an average person in Africa just thinks that everybody who is successful is a crooked person. There are a lot of rich people who worked hard and made it legally and legitimately. And that's very important. So number 3 is visionary people. Billionaires only move with others who have vision. They only move with friends who have vision. And that's why I said that I am yet to meet a billionaire that is a gossiper. Whenever I am with my billionaire friends, it's always vision conversation. We just launched a new project. It's worth also billion. Oh, we are going to do this project. Our project 2035, our project 2050, and we are moving on with this. It's always conversation around project and vision and some things they want to do, about some plans that they have to do. It's always conversation around project, vision. Right? I'm yet to meet a billionaire that is a gossiper. My wife always said this, humorously to me. So it's not sweet to gossip with you. Because once you start those conversations, this person did that, I say, okay, let me tell you why I find it difficult to gossip. I'll tell you the reason why today. Do you want to know? If you want to know, type, I want to know. Let me tell you why I find it hard to gossip about people. If you want to know, type, I want to know. Come on, guys, are you here? Engage me, everybody. Engage me. Do you want to know why I find it hard to gossip? If you want to know, type, I want to know. I want to know. Come on, talk to me, guys. Thank you, Chibuzo, for sharing this video. All of you who are sharing this video 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, 100 times, God bless you. I'm grateful. The Lord reward you, and thank you for doing that. That's humbling. I want to thank you. Right? So why is it that I find it difficult to gossip? It's just difficult. And I'll tell you why. Number 1 reason, there is no perfect human being in this world. That's my belief. And I realized that one of the biggest frustrations you're going to face in your life is thinking that there's somebody that is perfect. Sometimes you join Facebook show like this, and then you look at me, I'm teaching you guys, in teaching you and giving you all that. And you say, oh, perfect man. This man, Dr. Stephen, the best man I've ever met in my life. Better than that stupid uncle that I have. Better than that stupid pastor that I call my pastor. Better than that stupid mother. Come, stop that nonsense. There is no perfect human being. In fact, if you are always looking for human beings to be perfect, you are the one that something is wrong with. Because what you're trying to do is to play your imperfection in others. Those things that are not perfect about you, you are wishing you find it in others. And it's not there. No human being is perfect. This is one of the reasons why I've been able to keep great relationships. Because I don't go into relationship with people and I want to see their perfection. In fact, I want to know your bad part quickly. Right? So that I know how to behave myself so that I don't see that bad part. Right? But I have no problem seeing somebody angry. Because even the Bible didn't tell you not to be angry. He only said, don't let the sun go down on your anger. Because he knows that God created you to have the tendency to be angry. So he said, I couldn't believe it. I saw him. He was angry. Oh, he's a devilish man. Are you kidding me? Even Jesus was angry and went to the temple and flogged people out of the whole temple. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Messiah, Savior of the world. You heard me. Go read it in your Bible. You didn't see it. So when you come to me, right, oftentimes gossip is always about what is bad about somebody else, isn't it? So you come and say, do you know this person has anger problem? It is well. Let's pray for him. May God deliver him. Do you see how the gossip is no longer sweet? Because I'm not surprised he has anger problem. Every human being has one mistake or challenges. That we're all trying to be better people. And anyone who is trying to deceive you and say, I'm a perfect human being, you should run from them. Can everybody type run? Oh yeah, come on, type run. Any mortal human being that is giving you an impression that he or she is perfect, run from such people because those are devils. God had that perception about the devil before he fell. The devil was God's biggest angel. Many people didn't know. The devil. Yeah, the devil. Same devil before God casted him down. He was perfect. Lucifer was perfect. Go read the story. But no, he was plotting how to bring God down. So no human being is perfect. So using your time and energy gossiping about somebody, talking about how they are not perfect, talking about what they're not doing wrong, just shows how unwise you are. No human being is perfect. So can we move on? Can we focus on how I can get value? Can we focus on what the person has? Can we focus on what is good in the person? Can we focus on how great the person is and how I can learn from the person? Many of you will see marriages that have lasted, okay? And you will sit down. And I've seen this. A lot of time I meet people, men, the conversation will be, how I wish my wife can be like your wife. And I will just be laughing, right? How I wish my wife can be like your wife. Some women too, when they are talking to me, hey, Dr. Stevie, she been on here. You be person now. You be human being now. How I wish my husband just did think like you. And I will be shaking my head. Okay? There is always an advantage to every strength, and there's a disadvantage to every strength. There's always an advantage. And I'll give you a typical example. There are some women who want their husband to be very enterprising. If you are like that, can you type me? Okay, if you're a woman and you've always desired that your husband is enterprising, type me. If you're also a man and you've always desired that your wife is enterprising, maybe she's, very ambitious and, run business, career woman. If you have always felt that way, can you type me? Come on, guys. Be sincere. Talk to me, guys. Okay? Now, this is where we miss it. And we miss it big time. Women that are that way, some of them cannot even cook. Men that are that way, they are not even romantic. Yes. They're not. Go and ask my wife. They're not. Right? So they don't have your time. And then you are not shouting, oh. So there is always something you will lose for something. There's always something. You will lose. You want a more ambitious husband, then you won't see him all the time. Maybe you see him once in 3 months, once in 2 months. Huh? Oh yeah, talk to me now. Because he's busy trying to, make great things happen. You want a very ambitious wife. My wife, career wife. I want her to be clinical. Okay, now, you find a wife that cannot even, bathe the children. You find a wife that cannot cook for the children. You find a wife that will not even attend to the children. She will not even take time to take good care of your children. Yes! Because she's busy chasing career, chasing business, chasing. So you can't eat your cake and have it. You can't. So, and this is very powerful conversation. You have been able to get a wife. She may not be ambitious, but she has time for the children. She cook for them. She take them to school. Thank God for your life. Okay? And you be the one to be ambitious. Move on. Move on. Rather than you sit down and my wife, you don't even understand my wife. My wife cannot cook. But your wife is bringing money. Egole. Your wife is very ambitious. She's a career woman. She's dropping money. Every month she's bringing money to the table. Now you are angry that your wife cannot cook. Your wife cannot take care of the children. You go ahead and take care of the children. She's already out there hustling. Billionaires are visionary people. They don't have time for all these petty talks. All these petty, this person is the devil, this person is the angel, this one. Those energy, convert it to grow your vision. Everybody type it. I am going to convert gossip energy to growing my vision. Everybody, I want you to type it here. I am going to convert gossip energy to growing my vision. Because this is where many people miss it. You cannot do both. You cannot have time for gossiping, talking about people, bringing other people down, saying evil about other people, and you can become rich. You can't do the two together. You either focus on vision and forget what everybody else is doing, or you chase everybody. On social media, they practice, I call it social media witchcraft now, where all you do is to be watching other people. Every morning you check. You are just watching. See ya. And that's how you now have time to check his shoe is not good. See the way he talks. He's quite rude. He's very arrogant. He likes to show off. You to show your own now. You said, Sivakita like to show off. Today, I'm in London. Tomorrow, show your own. You too, you are in Elisha. Show the Elisha. Come on. Stop envying people. Stop wasting energy and time. Put it on vision. Put it on mission. Put it on a project. We are building houses. We're going to become an investor. I want to start a new business. Let your conversation be salted with your vision. Call friends and talk to them about your vision. Some of you are envious. Each time people come and start talking about, I will tell you, we are Vision 2035. It's intentional that I tell you. Because, listen, we are living magnets. You are attracting to your life people's situations that correlate with your dominant thoughts. The more I talk about my vision, the more I attract people into my life who can help me achieving it. So stop envying me that I'm talking about my vision. Talk your own too. I love you. Talk your own. Come on, guys. Everybody, I want to type it. I love you. Talk your own. Everybody, type it here. I love you. Talk your own. That's the way life is supposed to be. So rather than busying about, why does he like to talk about his vision all the time? I always say it, I want to build 25,000 housing units between now and the year 2035. That's my vision. I'm going to say it to the rooftop. You don't like it, that's your problem. I love you, talk your own. I have a vision. Talk your own too. Talk your vision. Share about your own vision. Stop getting angry that somebody has a vision. Somebody talks too much about their vision. Talk about your own too. Are you learning? If you're learning, tap I'm learning and I'm learning. Come. Okay, guys, come on. Talk to me. Are you ready for number 4? If you're ready for number 4, type I'm ready. Come on. If you're ready for number 4, type I'm ready. Number 4. We are looking at relational habits of billionaires. So today's topic is habits of billionaires that you need to imbibe. The first one, they only make friends with people who are mutually beneficial to them. Number two, they are only making friends with result-oriented people. People who also have something they are doing and they are busy doing it. Number three, okay, billionaires only make friends with visionary people. Friends who have vision projects, they talk about their vision, they are glad about their vision. That's the people they keep as friends. Number three, habits of billionaires when it comes to relationship, when it comes to picking people as friends, okay, is that they are never looking for perfect friends, but honest friends. Everybody write it down. Number four, billionaires have a habit of picking honest friends, not perfect friends. I was shocked when I realized that a lot of billionaires, okay, have an attitude of doing some things with certain people that they don't do. And I'll give you a typical example. How many of you know Money Mayweather? If you know Mayweather, type Mayweather, Mayweather, Mayweather. Come on. Everybody type. If you know Mayweather, type Mayweather, Mayweather. Money Mayweather. How many of you know Mayweather? Okay? If you know Mayweather, type Mayweather. So number four is billionaires have a habit of picking friends that are not perfect but honest. Billionaires have a habit of picking friends that are not perfect but honest. Money Mayweather. If you know him, type Mayweather. How many of you have seen Mayweather in party with drinks? Pictures of Money Mayweather, you know, at a party, okay, with drinks. You know, you could see alcohol. It could be in a party, and then you see alcohol. If you have seen it, type I've seen it. If you've not seen it, type I've not seen it. Mayweather. If you have ever seen a picture of Mayweather in a party with drinks, right? You know, other picture. If you have seen it, type I've seen it. If you've never seen it, type I've never seen it. Now, can I shock you that Money Mayweather has never, Floyd Mayweather, has never drank in any of those parties? All those drinks you see on the table, he doesn't taste them, not once. He doesn't. He doesn't. So, the question will be, if Mayweather does not drink, why does he sometimes have friends that drink? This is where we miss it. This is where we miss it. Sometimes I will see situations where people always wonder. Billionaires have realized they have to be. Sometimes your customer is a certain kind of person. Hey, that's not who you are. And you know the funny thing I realized? They respect each other. They will say, no, pastor, that one, pastor. You know, pastor. And, you know, that one, this. Everybody just learn to respect themselves. Okay? And move on. But it's among poor people that they must do what you are doing. They must be your church member. They must be from your village people, else you won't do business with them. You see people, literally poor people, say, I don't trust anybody who is not from my church. And I'll be shaking my head. I cannot marry anybody who is not from my village. And I'll be like, that's poverty talking. That's how poor people think. That's how poor people talk. Rich people are just after, hey, he's not perfect, but he's a honest man. He's a honest man. If he gives, say, A, take it to the bank. If he says B, take it to the bank. How many of you agree with me that even thieves love honest people? If you agree, type I agree. And that's why I was shocked when somebody told me a story about a very known corrupt politician. And they said that his accountant is an SU. Okay, if you're not from Africa, if you're not from Africa, you know what SU is. SU are evangelicals who are very strong evangelicals. So they are called SU, right? When I was shocked when the person told me that the man's accountant, and this man is known to be a corrupt politician, but the same, even though he's a thief, he steals public money, he decided to make his own accountant, okay, to be a strong religious man who does not play with stealing. Do you see what we're talking about? Okay? But it's poor people who are busy saying, I can't deal with this. I can't, and I just laugh. And there's a lot of time we need to evolve and understand how business works. I remember one day, some people were shocked when they saw my bishop with one of the Nigerian politicians, trying to make peace meeting. And everybody, I saw it on social media and they were castigating. And I just laugh. At the top, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about perfect people anymore. It's just about who is honest and honest conversations. It's not about perfection. At the top. At the top. So I laughed when I remember when I saw on social media people started castigating my bishop, that they saw him, in a peace meeting with this politician. Can you imagine? Hey, ooh, I was laughing. At the top, ladies, you have no choice. You will have to deal with people who are not perfect. But your own is to focus on building relationship, people who are honest, people you can count on their words, and that's what's important. And in my life, I've been shocked that I've met people of my religion who don't keep to their words. One of the most annoying set of people you will meet sometimes are religious people. Somebody shared a story with me of a man. When you meet him, he's going to pray 5 times in a 1-hour meeting. 5 times. Let's pray. Let's pray, sir. Let's pray. Meanwhile, you can never trust him. If he tells you it is dark outside, you better go and check it. It's daytime. Yeah. This man, he will tell you to pray 5 times in a 1-hour meeting with him. But the same person, if he tells you it's dark, like let's check outside. If the man says it's dark now, go and, if he tells you it's daytime, go and check. You will see it's dark. By the time you go out, you're going to see that it's dark outside. Right? It's actually not daytime. People like that. Yet this man will tell you to, let's pray, let's pray. I'm a very spiritual person. Before we start the meeting today, let's pray, let's pray. Right? So you need to be delivered from certain mindset. Today, I don't judge people. I don't do it. I don't go for meetings and I say, see him, he likes to drink. I don't drink, by the way. Okay? But he likes to drink, that's his business. Okay? What business do we have together? Can we make money? And we move on. Are you learning at all? Habits, relational habits of billionaires. Because some of the people God will use to help you are not going to be from your tribe. They are not going to be from your religion. They are not going to be from, but God will still use them to bless you. Okay? When the Bible talks about the wealth of the Gentiles, what do you think it means? Do you think the wealth will fall down from heaven? No. It means people that do not practice what you practice, but the same set of people, God will use them to help you and lift you up. But God ain't gonna be able to use those people to help you when you are discriminating against them. When anytime you see them, you say, no, these people, they're not as, like me, I'm a saint. Are you kidding me? You're not perfect. So focus on honesty. Are you learning, guys? If you're learning, type, I'm learning. Come on, talk to me. Habits of Billionaires. And today, this is a series for those of you just joining us. And today we're looking at the relational habits of billionaires. Okay, relational, how do they relate with the other people? How do they attract friends? How do they meet friends? How do they connect with other people? And if you don't learn this, you will have a challenge even when you're on your path towards becoming wealthy, because your background, your stereotypes, right? Your mindset is not going to hinder your ability to succeed because you don't even understand how these people behave. When you see an average, let me give you an average typical 5 billionaires. When you see them, in many cases, they are from different tribes, different religion. I can assure you, you go check an average meeting of 5 billionaires, different tribes, different religion. You go see an average meeting of average poor person. Almost everybody there is either of the same religion or of the same tribe. This is where we miss it. Again, if you're learning, type I'm learning. Number one, the last one I'm going to share Okay? Billionaires only keep positive relationship. Positive relationship. Even if those people are poor. Billionaires only keep positive relationship. Everybody type that. Number 5. Billionaires only have a habit of keeping positive relationship. Even if those people are not as wealthy as they are. And this is one of the powerful ways you can attract a billionaire. Be positive. Just have a positive attitude to life. Just have an exciting attitude to life. Okay, just have a positive outlook. When things go bad, have a way of seeing it from a positive perspective. Okay, find a way. You know, the only set of people around my life who are not wealthy are people who are positive. If I have a rule, right? If you are negative, you can't last around me. If you're negative, anytime you see an opportunity, you start talking negative about it. It's not for people like us. I'm already having an issue with that. You see something good, and then the next statement is that it's not for people like us. So it's for which type of people? Who told you? Did they write poverty on your forehead when you were given back to? If not for you, who else? Who else? You see skyscrapers. You say it's not for people like us. I cringe. I cringe. I see sometimes, you know, today, one young man was posting on my wall. He said, but, you know, all this becoming rich is not for students. And I said, well, you're a student. Your primary responsibility is to read your book. So stop coming to my wall to be complaining like you're a victim. Your primary responsibility is to read your book. And for your information, I started business as a student. And I started with $10, 1,000 naira as a student. So stop being negative. Every time they mention something positive, the first thing you're going to say is not for poor people like us. It's not for students like us. It's not for, as if there was a list of poor people when they were creating human beings. And then your name was added to that list. Who told you are poor? Your bank account is not a proof that you are poor, my friend. Once wealth is on your mind, it's a matter of time you're going to have it physically. Do you know when I became a billionaire in Naira, I'm on my way to billionaire in dollars right now. But I'm a billionaire in Naira, in my local currency in Nigeria. Of course, in asset, not by what's in my account. But do you know when I became a billionaire? On campus, in the university, when I started reading books on money, when I started reading books on business, on entrepreneurship, on success, on positive attitude, positive mentality. That's when because it's the mind that these things start from the mind. You say, we poor people. Who told you? Change your tongue and change your life. I can't stand around people like that. I don't care how much is in your pocket. If you can walk with me with a positive attitude, believing you too, you are among wealthy people. You may not have it in your account today, but you see yourself that way. I can be your friend. But you can't be my friend when your tongue is always negative. Sir, it's not for we poor people. Sir, you don't understand. You don't know where I'm coming from. You don't understand my background. What? Your background is not the reason why your back is on the ground. We all came from a poor background. I inclusive. My mother was a civil servant, junior staff. My father business at Kola before I was born. I was born in Maiduguri, northern part of Nigeria. There was no electricity. There was no running water. No running water growing up. I don't know most of, in the 80s, most of the cartoons they used to play. I don't know them because we never had TV in my house. We had TV, but we don't have electricity. We're in a village. But as I started reading books, I knew I was going to be wealthy. I spoke like a rich man. Go ask anybody that went to university with me. They will tell you, I had faded jeans and I will be telling them, I'm going to be one of the richest people in this world. I'll be telling them, some of them will be laughing at me. I will tell them, I say, I'm a rich man. I will tell them, I'm 15 years ahead of most of you here. They will say, very proud guy. All these books he's reading has entered his head. But is he not speaking now? Those things I said those days, is it not happening today? It starts with your mind. Billionaires are only going to pick friends that are positive in their words, positive in their attitude, positive in their behavior, positive mental attitude, positive thinking people, positive talking people. I really cringe. Sometimes I struggle to hold myself when people start talking. I'm like, why do you think like this? Why do you talk like this? Who told you you're poor? Who told you? Who told you? Dangote is said to be worth $20 billion. Do you know he doesn't see those money? It's just numbers. In fact, I remember one day Dangote said he had to withdraw $10 million or $1 million and put it on his bed and later return it back. Because they say it was worth X amount of money. It was X. And he just, because what people don't know about these billionaires, you keep saying they are billionaires. They don't deal with cash. They deal with asset. So you can say, I'm a billionaire now, right? In properties, in landed properties. You may check my account now and we don't even have, 10 million naira there. Okay? But of course, by the time we measure the properties I have, the landed properties I have, the asset I have, is running to billions. That is how people are billionaires. So stop seeing yourself that, because in fact, you may even have more in your bank account than an average billionaire. Yes, because these people deal with assets. They deal with shares, equity. Right? So, but you even have real raw cash, yet you are still thinking poor. You're still talking poor. It's not for people like us. We poor people. Stephen Akintayo does not coach we poor people. And I just shake my head. Why do I come here every day and I teach you for free? Okay? Isn't that an open ticket to everyone? Right? The day I now say, oh, I have a coaching program, it costs $10,000. I say, hey, start with the free coaching. That's how I did it. All my mentors today, I started by watching the free materials they had. Now that I have money, I'm able to pay for their paid materials. That's how you do it. But for you to sit down somewhere and you're angry, I say it's not for we poor people. As though he owes you money. As though, there's something about him that is supposed to make him to be sent to people like you. I don't get it. Again, if you got value today, type I got value, I got value. I'm going to take questions for 10 minutes and we'll wrap up for today. But if you got value, come on, show me some love. Let me know how today's class has changed your life. Let me know how you got value, how this has opened you up. How many of you are thinking differently right now? How many of you are seeing things differently right now? Your perspective about life, how many of you, this is all changing. You're not seeing things the way it used to be. Your value, your mindset, everything is changing. Come on, talk to me. Right? I have met people who told me first video that they watched, their life changed. First video. I've met people who said how they wanted to commit suicide until they met me. And how my free videos turned their life around on YouTube. I've met people who shared with me how they were indebted. Okay? Indebted and had given up on ever becoming wealthy. And they started listening to my videos. And their life started changing their very own eye. And that's why I do this. It's those messages you guys send to me. It's those testimonies you guys send to me that gets me to keep doing what I'm doing. And I'm glad, I'm excited that you're learning, you're changing, you're getting better, you're seeing things in a better way. And I can just pray for you that 2021 will be that year that you will know that you moved from poverty to wealth. You moved from stagnation to prosperity. 2021 is that year that things changed. It will be that year. I'm very, very sure about that. Okay? I'm very, very sure about that. Your life has to change. The way you see things has to change. It has to change. It has to change. Thank you guys for thanking me. Thank you for thanking me. Okay? Thank you for thanking me. I'll be more happy when I start reading your testimony. Okay? I will be more happy when I start reading your testimony. Before you tell me the first day I watched your video, I was $10. Every asset I have in this world was $10. Okay, 1 year later, I'm worth $1 million, $2 million. That's what I want to hear. Okay? Yes, guys, thank you. Yes, so Crypto has a question. He says, I have a question. Does having friends who are not rich, as you mean, are not making progress, even though I'm always thinking positive and I've started becoming wealthy? Well, first of all, I need to know that I can predict where you are going to be in the next 5 years once you show me the 5 closest people to you. Somebody said the books you read and the friends you keep determine where you'll be in the next 5 years. And it's the truth, because there is no neutral friend, right? Your friends are either adding to you, okay, or they're subtracting from you. So even though, yeah, you may be making progress, even though you have negative thinking friends, you have friends who are not positive around you. But it's a matter of time before they drag you down. And I made an adage here that olówó kan láàrin òtòṣì méjì òtòṣì ni is a adage in my local dialect that says that one rich man in the midst of poor people is still poor. And the reason for that is because everybody around him is still going to drag him down, right? It's still going to drag him down. So, and that's just the reality. So it's important that you surround yourself. Now, by the way, this has nothing to do with helping people. Rich people are always helping people. Helping people is not the same. I don't need to be your friend before I help you, right? So we're saying people who you spend more time with, because those you spend time with add to you. What they say goes into what we call your subconscious. Okay, so you spend most of your time with these people. It goes into your subconscious. I remember the other day I told my orderly and my driver, and I told them, I said, I want you to go back to school. I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay. I told my last born and my sister too. I said, I want you to go back to school. My sister said, no, rather sponsor my children. I said, fine. But let it be on record. I told you I want to send you back to school, right? So rich people are always trying to make sure everybody around them is progressing. It's an intentional decision because they know that these people, the quality of people around you determine the quality of your life. You can't do better than the quality of people around you. You can't. Even if you are doing better now, it's temporary at some point, because there will be a day of crisis, right? There will be a day of challenges. If you don't have the right kind of people who can say the right words to you in your darkest moments, because they've been through it, because they've been part of it, they've gone through it, then your darkest moment becomes your sinking moment. Your sinking moment. Because you don't have the right set of people. Let me give you a typical example. I know a lady who made a loss in her business to the tune of 250 million. And she's never seen that kind of money before. And in fact, 180 million out of that money was not her money. People put it in her hands. Okay, and I remember I run a mentorship program with her, for a couple of months. She's back now, and she's doing even better than she was. I will never forget one Easter. She said, it's Easter. I can't even boast of food to feed my children. And it's Easter. I felt like crying when she was sharing this story with me. But she's been my mentee over the years. We've known each other over the years. Right? She came out of that challenge because she had mentors. She had relationship of people who can tell her, do this. In fact, at some point I told her, I said, if your debtors are giving you a headache, bring me. I will speak to them. I will be your guarantee for all these your debtors that they should give you. I've given you a strategy that will bring you out in the next 6 months. If your debtors are not willing to give you 6 months, right? Invite me to have a meeting with all your debtors. I'll put my reputation on the line for you. Okay? So you see, now imagine if someone like me was not in her life. People commit suicide over losses of 20 million. How much more of a 250 million and about 180 million is not even your own money? People commit suicide, depression, death over things like that. So that's why you want to surround yourself with positive people. You want to surround yourself with people who are going somewhere, because you too, you need help. Right? Don't think you are, because things are going fine with you, one day you need help. A day is coming. There are going to be a lot of challenges too. You will need help. But if you refuse to surround yourself with people who can help you move forward, sustain you in your days of infirmity, motivate you, speak words of wisdom, words of encouragement to you in your own darkest hours, when that day comes, that becomes your end forever. You never come out. Never come out. That's why you surround yourself with the right set of people. Okay? And that's also why you too must be the right set of people, so that in those days, people will be willing to stand by you. Okay? People will be willing to stand by you. Because she too was not a liability to me. You see why we say be an asset. Because she was also not a liability to me. I could stand for her. I could be there. Many of you, your problem is you're always looking for who will help you for free. Who will give you everything free, free, free. Help me, change my life, save me, teach me, for free, help me. It doesn't work that way. Mutually beneficial relationship. All of you asking for my contact, I'm sorry, I don't give out my contact. Okay? If I had been giving out my contact that way, people will have burdened me with their problem. I will not be here financially. You need to get it. Okay? If I have been doing that, and these are some of the things people don't get. If I have given everybody my contact, right? Everybody will have given me their problem. That I'm not even going to be mentally sane to grow my own business. I always tell people, you need to know this. You are not El Shaddai. Anytime you are acting like El Shaddai, you are practicing what we call El Shaddai. You're not God. You're not God. You can't solve everybody's problem. The little you can do, do it. And that's what I do. Every day, I try to at least post a video, share a video. That's what I can do for free. You want more? Pay. That way, I can reduce the number of people. Let me give you this. Do you know? Can I shock you? That rich people have more free time than poor people. If you know, type 1. If you don't know, type 2. Let me say that again. Do you know that wealthy people, billionaires, they have more free time than poor people? The only issue is that they are intentional about their timing. Intentional. For example, I spend more time on me, reading books, being alone, meditating, strategizing, than going all out there and doing party and shouting and calling everybody and being there with everybody. No. So rich people have more time. Just that they have intentionally, they only give the time to the people who have deserved that time. They only give it to the people who have deserved that time. So it's not for everybody. Their time. Because time is money. Everybody has 24 hours. The way you use your time determines how rich you are. If everybody calls you and you start turning yourself to God, who has a job of solving the problem of every human being, you're on your way. Yes, thank you, Reverend Sam. You are not El Shaddai. El Shaddai is what you are trying to do. So time is what God has given everybody. I am this wealthy because I use my time very well. Nobody comes and disturb me except I want to. And those people must have been people who deserve it. They found a way, okay, to have earned that time with me. And I keep it private. I remember somebody was sharing this story. One of the richest, people in his industry. He said to me, I'm going to call this person today, and tomorrow he will give me time. I'm going to tell him I want so Max is going to tell me, okay, maybe that time doesn't work. But in 78 hours, I'll be able to book a meeting with this person. And he's the richest man in the world in his own field. But he said something, I will never forget. He said, but we are not more than 10 people that he does that thing to. We are not more than 10 people. And the reason is because we do those 10 people. We have added value to his life. to deserve that level of attention. And that's the reality. So those of the person who say wants to join my coaching program, you can call my office on that line, +23481 8. So I'm pinning it, +2348180000618. So that's the number for my office. You can call them. You want my books. I've written 35 books. I run coaching programs, video courses. It's something called Stephen University. You should be part of it. And it will be of value to you. Let me even see if I can bring people up. Angela says, how do I become one of your mentees and what does it cost? You can call the number that I've given to you. You can call them. They have all the details and they're going to give you all that details. But guys, these are the powerful principles to life, right? These principles are powerful. They work. Some of you, like I said, you are poor because you've not used your time well, right? Every Dick and Harry, you give your time to them. Anybody. And you don't know. Time is money. You must use it well. If you are not having anything doing, go and read books. Okay? Go and study materials. Go and meditate. Go and start doing strategic thinking. Okay? But to always live a life where you are Mr. for everybody. Everybody have access to you. Everybody can call you at any time. I've been running training now for how many hours? Did you see this phone ring? It doesn't ring. You want to see me? Call my office. I have employed people whose job is to receive my call so that I can think proper. How many of you love today's class? If you love the class, type I love it. It's because I think proper. I'm not doing hello. That's why some of you are not making progress. Hello. Mama Jenny, hello. Some of you cannot spend. And listen, you can't barely stay 1 hour with a poor man and he has not received 10 calls. And not one of those calls has business relationship. 10 calls. The entire 10 calls is not money related, is not business related. Hello. Hey, Mama Luku, I'm coming. Come on. Relax. Relax. All this up and down. That's why you're not able to settle down and plan your life, organize your life, order your life, structure your life. Structure it. Add structure. Add order. Let your life add order. Not that you're everywhere, scattered. Hello. He's a nice man. Okay, continue until you die of high blood pressure. Mr. Nice. Settle down. Face your life. Face your business. You can't be there for everybody. You are not God. Even Jesus, you go and read your Bible. They say sometimes Jesus left them and went to the mountain. Jesus left everybody because they were all... Sometimes he will leave them, go to the mountain to pray, to have time for himself. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He will leave everybody. Right? And then you want to say, I love the man. Anytime you call him, he picks. Continue. That's how they become wealthy. Mr. Picking Call, when you are not customer care. Okay. I want to say thank you to all of you for watching. I want to thank you for sharing. All of you who have shared today's video. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. We've had a wonderful time, haven't we? If you've had a great time, type I've had a great time. Great time. And it's been an amazing class, and I'm excited about today's class, and it's great. Harry says, bunch of time wasters. They only know how to party, spray money. Yeah, I mean, you find a lot. I mean, there are always people to waste your time if you are willing to have them do so. There are. Somebody said, I need something to do in Nigeria. Well, go to my YouTube channel at Stephen Akintayo TV. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've taught 20 businesses you can do. It's on YouTube. So let me give you the link at Stephen Akintayo TV on YouTube. Go and subscribe. You see 20 businesses you can do. Okay? I've done webinars on them. Some will take you to invest some money, but at least you know what the businesses are. So go to YouTube. It's free. At Stephen Akintayo TV on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free. And you'll be able to learn. Those are where I put all my free stuff. YouTube, Facebook, I've put things there for you for free. You don't need to pay anything. Okay? Just go add. But if you want to now contact me, talk to me on phone, that one is not free. Because like I said, if that's what I've been doing, I won't be this wealthy for you to say you want to know me or you want to listen to whatever I have to say. Okay? I have become this wealthy because I have managed my time well utilized my time. For those of you who joined us late, you can go watch it all over again. For those of you who joined us late, this is the day one of the series. Tomorrow we'll continue Habits of Billionaires. And today, part one, we focus on relational habits. Okay, relational habits of billionaires. That's what we focused on in today, part one. So we're going to continue tomorrow, part two, and it promises to be great. So don't miss it for anything. Invite your friends, get everybody in here. Remember, go to the YouTube channel at Stephen Akintayo TV on YouTube. Subscribe, it's free. God bless you. And bye-bye, everybody.